Hello everyone. In this session we will see how to install Pyspark in Anaconda 3. So if you have Anaconda 3, if you're working with Python, I'm sure you will be having Anaconda. And if you have Anaconda, we can install Pyspark3 there, Pyspark2 also there, according to your needs. And it gives you a feeling that as if you were working in Databricks. Okay. So without a further delay, let's go into the steps. Okay. Now also to say you that you will also get a separate kernel for Pyspark. Yeah. In my previous session, in a separate playlist that I have shown you how if you have Python notebook from Jupyter Lab, you can easily use it. But here the feeling is going to be little different, which is just going to be like a Databricks, a separate kernel for Pyspark. Okay, now first thing first, you will go here, start menu, and go to Anaconda once it's installed. So you will go to Anaconda prompt. Here in the bracket it says Anaconda 3, right? So you can go here. Now once you have come here, the first thing that you can try here is conda env list. Now here we're going to check what is the environment so far created. As you see here, it was already their base, right? Now you see I've got a base environment where probably my Python is running. Okay, now I'm going to create a separate environment where I'm going to install Pyspark. Now the command for that is conda create -n Pyspark3. So it might be an error -n or -m. Okay, so what it says, a directory already exists. Okay, since I've already tried this, it says so. So in your case, it's just going to ask you yes or no. You put yes, and it's going to create an environment. Okay, and I'll say proceed. Yes, why? So once this is done, environment is done. It is giving me, you can check in order to activate. You can type this command. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to type accordingly conda activate Pyspark 3. Okay, now you see the base has changed now. From earlier it was base, now it is Pyspark3. That says now your Pyspark environment is active. Now another way of checking it, you know the command, it is conda env list. Okay, it's going to list all the environments that you have. So yeah, now you see Pyspark is also there and it is being started, meaning you are actively participating in Pyspark now. Conda, next step, you're going to install. Now conda install. What I'm going to say is specifically I'm going to mention Pyspark3. If you don't mention Pyspark equals to 3, it's going to install Pyspark2. Okay, so it's better if you do. Now if you want to install Pyspark2, you have already the command. Either you put Pyspark or Pyspark equals to 2. Specifically you can say it. Okay, now here, yeah, I'm going to put y again. So it's going to prepare. Okay, it takes some amount of time in order to have this. Okay, now I have Pyspark being already installed. Now here is the trick. Okay, what I'm going to check here is quickly I'm going to type Python here. Okay, Python, and you see Python is active here. Now first thing you can give a check is import Pyspark. Okay, does it work or not? It works here. So it only means that my Pyspark environment is all set. Okay, I have come out typing the command exit open and close bracket. Now there is a compatibility issue you're going to face. Okay, if you have downloaded your latest version of Python, now Python will be installed with the Pyspark3, but I have seen you'll get an error if it is a latest version of a Python that you have. Okay, so in order to check that, you will quickly type Python -- version. Okay, now it tells you that you have a version of 3.2. Okay, I have already checked. If you have 3.2, it is sort of unstable. If you have Pyspark3, the suggestion is that you have Python version of 3.8 or 3.7. That will do. But if you're installing Pyspark2, then you have to install Python version 2.7. Okay, so that's going to be the best for it. So as of now, since I have a Python version of 3.12, I'm going to change it to Python 8. So in order to do that, I'm just going to type conda install Python 3.8. Okay, yeah. So some of the process that you might see in some other videos or maybe in the net. So these are the process not catered to, not discussed about, and people usually get an error. Maybe there are some videos which does it, but yeah, I have not found one. So that's the reason. So you need to take care of this. So I'll quickly check my Python version now. Okay. Okay, now as you see, 3.8 version is done. Now once this is done, there is also one requirement, which is Java. Okay, so you need to also check your Java version. So I'm going to type Java and I'm going to type version. So the Java version that I have here is J 11. Okay, that is version 11. Now people who have already followed my previous video where I have installed the latest version of Java, which is around 21 or 22, if you use that same version of a Java, it's going to give you a problem. Okay, you will have an error. Now I'll just show you one note. Now this note, what it says is, if you are installing Pyspark2, the compatibility is Java 8 or Java 11. Okay, similarly for Spark 3, compatibility is Java 8 and Java 11, partially 17. Okay, but I will still not recommend you 17. Okay, so seamlessly, if you want to work, install Java 11. Now how you going to do that? Let's come back here. You can go to your the PC, right? You go C. Now if you go to C drive, you will notice here Java. Okay, now this is where you probably have to install a new version of a Java. Now you see, this is my earlier version of a Java I had, which was 21. I renamed it with 123 and 123. I know it's not going to be followed here. Now the latest version, which not the latest version, the Java 11, I have installed it here. Now how did I go about doing that? I'll go here. Let's type JDK download here, and what will come here? Yeah, you can go here. Once you are here, what you will see is 23, 21, 17, 23, but there is no 11. Okay, in order to go to 11, yeah, once you come to this page, Java downloads, and you will have to select Windows here, and then as you scroll down, you will see Java 11. Okay, now here you're going to come and click here. Okay, now once you are here, you will try to install Java for your this thing, for your Windows version. Yeah, you will select Window here, and you can install this. Now if you want to install it, it's going to ask some details. You might have to create an account and then install it. Do so. Now since I have already installed it, I'm avoiding this step. I'll quickly go to this step. Now what I have done is, if you go to downloads here, after you have downloaded this, it is going to ask for it. What you do, once you install it, you better give it a path. After renaming your old Java path. Okay, you please rename the old Java folder that you have and create this, and since it is already installed, it is asking me, I'll close it. Okay, I'll rather so no. Okay, now once you have installed this Java version, you need to also set an environment. If you have already done following my previous session, then don't do it. If you have not done, ensure that you look into my previous video. I have covered it properly. It's a not long video, small video. How to work with the Pyspark in Jupyter Notebook. Please follow that video in order to have a environmental setup for Java. Okay, so how do we do it? We go to environment. Okay, env. I'm not going to show you the entire process, but if you go to environment, this is where we give the path. Okay, this is where we give the path. We also come down and go to the path and then set it. Okay, please follow my previous video. If you go wrong here, in the entire process, you might have to do it again. Okay, so please follow that step. Now once you have done that, if your Java part is all done, the next step that you're going to do is you need to check the spec here, kernel spec. So in order to do that, I'm going to type Anaconda kernel spec list. Since it's important that we work with kernels, we need to create a separate Pyspark kernels. So that's the reason you want to check it. I'll just refer to the node that I have for this. Yeah, Jupyter, sorry. Yeah, so one more thing. Now you will see, if I type Jupyter Jupyter, let me paste the command itself, Jupyter kernel spec list. It should throw me an error that Jupyter is not recognized. You'll get the same error at your end. Look, throughout this process, you need to have your net connection. Okay, if you don't have the net connection, you'll not be able to do it. So now, what you're going to do, you're going to conda install Jupyter Notebook. Conda install, sorry, Jupyter, not a notebook here, Jupyter. Okay, now it is done. So the very next step you will have is Jupyter kernel spec list. Okay, you want to check whether you have it or not. So it will give you. Okay, now in my case it says that I already have. Okay, you should be seeing only Python 3. Okay, so since I've already tried this, that's the reason it is saying so. Now if you have Python 3, how will you create for Pyspark 3? So command for that is, again, I'll just refer to the note here. It is Python m ip kernel install. Okay, so you're going to type Python minus m ip kernel sorry, it's not ip, it's py. Okay, ipy kernel, yeah, install you're going to put the name, and what is the name? You're going to put the name of Pyspark3, which is your new environment path you have. Yeah, all set. Now you're going to do it. Now for me, it might say that I have already been satisfied. Install Pyspark3. It's already done. Now if you this is the step that you need to follow. That's it. Now we can quickly type Jupyter, JUPYT, Jupyter space lab. Okay, if you type this, okay, here we are. So if you look into the environment that you get, it's going to be totally, see, I mean, yeah, it's totally a new setup altogether. Okay, it's just like, that's the way it probably will work in Databricks too, if you have it. Now since I have already tried few of the commands, okay, let's try here. Okay, see, I've already imported Pyspark and Pyspark.sql import Pyspark session. Please do try this step. Okay, yeah, it executed very quickly, and the next step is Pyspark session.builder app name, create this. Okay, now yeah, here it takes a little time, maybe 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute. Okay, it's going to take some time. Once this step is done, I think next it's going to be super fast. Okay, okay, now once this is done, the next step I have, I'm checking whether Spark has installed or not. So if you are till here, you can see version 3.4, you are already there, and if you click on Pyspark UI, you should already see that you have job, stage, storage, environment, executor. All these are sort of information that will be that while you execute, you might want to refer to. Yeah. So in a future videos, I'm going to cover all of this, how to look into this in order to do optimization. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for this session now. Yeah. Thank you very much.